Hello, this is Nicholas Webb, and I thought I would bring up my what I got last night, which is finally came in my Dukemon, aka Gallantmon D-arts. Okay, now this thing is articulated. Now, those of you who are getting it, please watch this video because I have some important information. I almost had this arm break right here on the bicep. This little joint between the bicep is a swivel. When you get a figure, they're tight joints. Break the swivel joint on his arm first. It's break it loose. Kind of get it moving. Because if you don't, you'll deal with what I do. I might upload the video, but basically the joint that plugs into this arm, that's holding plugs into the shield, came apart, and I had to spend a minute or two trying to get it back in there. And it's a small part, and you want to try to avoid that if you can. And the biggest thing was that I didn't break his shoulder joint, his upper shoulder joint, the little swivel that is between his ball joint on the shoulder and his bicep. So that joint right there needs to be broken first. Because if you don't, everything else, you might break off your arms. So, with that, another warning about this figure. The details are sharp. I mean that in multiple ways. The details on his helmet come to sharp points. I'm surprised I didn't cut myself on him. And all the details are amazing. It's a beautifully done figure. I don't know why this part right here is actually kind of its own separate piece, and I'm not sure why. I didn't see any details to explain it. I'm not gonna worry too much about it, but it's kind of a separate piece from other two pieces in his upper torso, which barely move. Maybe I'm just not. I haven't really loosened up the joints enough to know, but still, the figure comes with 4 hands and then his shield and spear, and they take the place of his hands. So, overall, he's a great figure to get quickly. If you get him quickly while he's still, a decently priced, he's worth it completely. He's like a little over 50. No biggie. I mean, yeah, it is a big one. That's a lot of money. Now, the guy behind him, I figured, they're similar figures, related. So, basically, this is the perfect Gallantmon figure you can get your hands on. This bad boy. You've got, great detailing. He's really nice. Now, part of me kind of looks at this figure and go, alright, this is nice. Would it be possible to make a version of this figure that is, not as, use similar molds, but modify this figure's molding for, cheaper figure version. Something that you're not gonna feel too bad about. If you get and your kid breaks it. I mean, this figure though is beautiful. I mean, it has all the right detailing. Now, I like the cape. The cape's rather neat. From one angle, the cape may look a little goofy if it's in the swoosh mode, but I mean, the way they put it together, you don't usually look at, Gallantmon from that angle anyway. So, the details are beautiful. I am curious, why, if they're going to make a Gallantmon, Chaos Gallantmon figure. Because I think that'd be cool. Now, looking at this figure, I'm thinking there's going to be one major possibility they're going to do. They're probably going to put out all the Royal Knights. because it's another Royal Knight, and they have like all box art saying Royal Knight. And, well, I guess there's like 2 Royal Knights I definitely want to get my hands on. And that would be Magnamon Royal Knight figure, if they did one, and All Force Vidramon. Those are the ones I want. So, if I get one, if they come up with those, I'm definitely going to try to pick them up. Now, the neat thing about this thing is that, you look at the detailing. Sorry. This is a webcam, so if y'all are wondering why sometimes it sucks, it's because whatever. I think I made it worse. Hard to really get it going there, though. So anyway, if you check out some of the more details, like look at his legs. The legs are amazingly detailed. The funny thing is that they're not much more detailed than this guy's legs right here. Kind of like, what? And my thing is that, this figure, the blue guy behind here, he was a well-made figure that they really should have continued that type of sculpting. I mean, if this guy was just a little shorter, it would have been perfect. I mean, he would be just fine. So, now, articulation, joints are, he doesn't really have ball joints. He has like a 2 kind of, I think he does have ball joints. Yeah, I think he has ball joints inside his body, or something. He has a ball jointed arm, shoulder, but it's kind of hard to make out because all the it's really complicated joints. There's like a double jointed elbow, which I explained. You've got to be careful with. If he has his hands in, his hands are all jointed. If he has a double jointed knee, so you can't. But I can't seem to get him to, he has I think a ball joint in his ankle and his foot and a heel. That's heel articulation. It's crazy. But he can move his heel. That's rather detailed. And of course, he has like the spear and shield articulation is rather nice too. And then he has ponytail. He even has a little joint in the back of his ponytail, which surprisingly opens up his posability. I mean, this figure is all about delicacy of poses. And he's a solid figure. I was just picking him up, but be careful with the elbows when you're trying to get them to move. And when it comes to D-arts, they're kind of an investment, I guess, or something. They're definitely worth it. They have amazing detailing, and if you really want to know what the character's supposed to look like, I mean, this is the best example. And honestly, I love it. It's a great figure. He looks great with War Greymon. He's a little taller than War Greymon, actually. Like, here's War Greymon. Oops. Yeah, the downside is his cape does make him a little back heavy, but not really that much. See, there's War Greymon. They're next to each other. Yeah, War Greymon's posed, but he'd only come up to like his shoulder at the most if I stood him up. Now I might as well stand him up. Because what's the point in talking about toys if you don't properly... Oh, credit. Now my War Greymon decides he wants to drop his hand, and which sadly includes his claw, randomly right now, but... So... See, like, it only comes up to Gallantmon's shoulder. which, you know, kind of makes you go, okay. But he's not a royal knight. So that's that's him for you. So, well, I'll see you next time. Next time I get some ridiculously expensive figure or something. All right, bye.